Hey there, Internet. R. Felix Finch here, and I'm here with Kings of the Ring, wrestling's first audio drama podcast. How you doing today?
Very good. Great to be here at Starrcast.
Yeah, I forgot to get your name ahead of time, but I'll keep it soon.
Steve Tatai. I'm the writer and creator of Kings of the Ring.
So, the creation of Kings of the Ring, there's a lot of wrestling podcasts out there. Why did you decide to go the route of audio drama?
Well, initially it was going to be a TV series, and then it was going to evolve into a novel, something I could release to the fans that way. And I was trying to find some more ways for it to be more accessible, and I thought about doing an audio book. And then about a year and a half ago, I discovered audio drama podcasts, which I had no idea even existed before 2018. So I was familiar with, of course, the regular wrestling podcasts, the interview shows and historical stuff, but didn't know that there were dramas like that, and I thought it was a perfect combination, that it would lend itself perfectly to the forum.
Excellent. I'm only familiar with audio podcasts through We're Alive, A Tale of Survival. Okay. I think that might be the only one I've listened to, but I did subscribe to this the other night, and I listened to the preview episode. I'm very much interested in seeing where this goes. What was the biggest challenge about creating an audio drama podcast?
Well, I guess the big thing was to lay this out, to lay it out meticulously and properly. One thing I liked about the Game of Thrones series was how it was an ensemble cast story, but it was so intricately laid out and complex, where so many seeds were planted early on in the first season that might not even pay off for 3 or 4 seasons later. And so I meticulously had to make sure everything needed was inserted in these early episodes in season 1, so that everything will lay out nicely and it will pay off later. So it can get a little complicated. So that was the main thing, to make sure I included everything I needed to, because once it's out there, it's out there and it's done.
Okay, and how'd you go about casting this?
Well, most of the voices are done for me. Otherwise, I started to bring in as a special feature some different stars from the pro wrestling world. We have Cyrus Fees, who is an MMA and pro wrestling announcer. You may have heard him from the NWA 75th anniversary show last year, and he called Global Force Wrestling, and he does a ton of kickboxing and MMA all over the world. So he helps out doing some of the character voices in here as well. And also L.A. Smooth of the Samoan Dynasty, who is the second son of Afa of the Wild Samoans, and he does several voices as well for the show. And we'll probably have some more in the future. We'll bring in some more wrestling stars for the show.
Okay, and if anybody wants to learn more, where can they find Kings of the Ring?
At the website, kingsotr.com, and that'll have links to all the different podcast apps you can reach. Otherwise, just search Kings of the Ring on any podcast app, and you can find it there.
And how is somebody not suing something?
Well, it's all a fictional version of everything. It's not biographical. It's not a documentary. A good comparison might be that movie Galaxy Quest with Tim Allen, where he was portraying like a William Shatner-like character on a Star Trek-like show, but it wasn't exactly it. Or Primary Colors, where John Travolta was portraying like a Bill Clinton-like character, but it wasn't actually him. And that's probably the best comparison with Kings of the Ring right now. So it is its own thing. And that sort of gave me the creative freedom to modify and cherry pick the most interesting stories from real wrestling history to create the most entertaining show.
Hardcore Orgy starring Vince McMahon. Have a good night. Thank you, guys.
All right, thank you.